Show starts in 5 minutes.
Good evening, folks, and a hearty welcome to our drive-in theater. We have a wonderful evening's entertainment lined up for you, one that will provide several hours of pleasurable relaxation and diversion for you and your family. Did you fail to dress up for tonight's show? No tie, an old shirt and slacks, a house dress? Well, don't give it a thought. We're glad you came as you are. We just want you to enjoy yourselves.
Here's a new taste treat. The corn dog. Plump, juicy wieners are dipped in a thick, golden Southern-style corn batter that seals in all their freshness and flavor. If you like hot dogs, you'll love corn dogs. Everybody does. Try a corn dog with your favorite beverage. At the refreshment corner now. Corn dogs.
It's 4 minutes till showtime.
Yum, yum. It's time for a tasty and refreshing snack. We promise to satisfy your hunger, your thirst, your sweet tooth. So visit our refreshment center now. Let's go!
It's 3 minutes till showtime.
Men, there's a drive-in movie full of juicy people. Wow! It's a trap! Help! It's Pick! We've had it, men.
A pleasant aroma for you, but not for mosquitoes. Pick is easy to use. Light it and forget it. Pick's aroma keeps mosquitoes, gnats, and sandflies away. Pick is the best protection for barbecues, fishing and camping trips, or just relaxing in the yard.
So if you don't want our company ever anywhere, just light Pick and see what I mean? Bye!
Pick is on sale at the refreshment stand now. Show starts in 2 minutes.
Today we're interviewing a stomach.
Hello there.
What is life like as a stomach?
Oh, boy, it was humdrum. I mean, until what's-his-name discovered Tony's Pizza.
Tony's Pizza.
Yeah, I was suffering from the pizza cravings until Tony's came along. Crispy crust and zesty sauces. Wow.
And so now... What's that?
Another pizza craving. Just thinking about Tony sets it off.
Oh, where are you going?
He's going to get a Tony's Pizza, and I follow him anywhere.
Does your stomach send you pizza craving signals? Hurrah. Tony's, the Pizza Cravers Pizza.
There are words men live by, words of strength, of wisdom, and of peace. We urge you to find the spiritual comfort and guidance we all so greatly need by attending your place of worship regularly.
Show starts in 1 minute.
Yum, yum. It's a meal in itself. Our all-meat super dog. Enjoy one now.
And now, on with the show.
Hello, everyone. Yes, my mic was live before. Wait, there we go. It never works out right. Uh, hello. How are you? My mic was live before. Thankfully, I said all the horrible things that I usually say before every game after I muted it. And you just heard me clearing my throat. How's it going? Welcome back to the movie quiz. We are here for game 2 of this mini season, section 2 of season 13, game 2 of the Multiplex of Madness. Hope you had a great week since last week. We had a fun one. And welcome back to everyone coming back, and welcome to anybody who's new. So we've got a brand new. Let's do it. Let's not mince words. Let's not waste time. Let's open up the in-game portal and jump into tonight's first choice round. We've got our first round of the game is going to be our choose wisely round. And it's in the theme of non-Christmas holidays. We did 4th of July last week, and this week you have a Thanksgiving round to choose or a New Year's round to choose. You'll also notice that something is conspicuously missing. I spitefully removed one option from this from your choice portal here. Let's see who's winning. Oh, currently it's a tie. One of them just pulled ahead. And okay, actually it ended up being pretty strongly pretty definitive victory for New Year's with a vote of 50% to 36%. All right, so let's queue up that New Year's game. There we go. We've got New Year's here, and let me just find it on the screen here. Boom, New Year's choose wisely round. This is all multiple choice, and here is your first question. In addition to best visual effects, the Poseidon Adventure surprisingly also won Best Original Song for what tune, which is performed during the movie's ill-fated New Year's party? Is that We May Never Love Like This Again, The Way We Were, Last Dance, or The Morning After? All of these were nominated at some point in the 70s for this category. You'll see. I know. I am nothing if I'm not spiteful, and I wanted to keep the democratic process intact. Spiteful, and I love democracy. So this one was tough. This is maybe a tough one to open up the game with, but it was pretty even split among guesses here. But the answer is The Morning After. The Morning After, performed. I don't know if it's performed by Maureen McGovern in the movie, but that's who performed it as a hit. All right, question number 2. All of these crime capers take place on New Year's Eve, except for which one? So which is the only one that does not take place on New Year's Eve? Baby Driver, Ocean's 11, Money Train, After the Thin Man. Which is the only one. A couple of these are heist movies specifically. Actually, I guess 3 of them are heist movies. All right, so time is just about up for this one. Good majority of people got this one right. The answer, the only one that does not take place on New Year's, is Baby Driver. Baby Driver is, I don't know, maybe there's like a New Year's scene. I don't think so. But the other one's Ocean's 11, the original, is all on New Year's Eve. Money Train is on New Year's, and After the Thin Man. All right, question number 3. What is the name of Dana's baby, who Vigo the Carpathian is trying to possess to bring about the end of the world on December 31st in Ghostbusters 2? Is that baby's name Toby, Oscar, Herman, or Daniel? What is that little baby in the little yellow footy pajamas? What's his name? Okay. So his name, that little boy, named after a hot dog, as Peter Venkman says, it's Oscar. Oscar is his name. There's a theory, there's like a fan theory that the dude that likes that guy taking like nasal spray when they're walking, Dana is walking out of Lincoln Center in the first one. There's a theory that that's the dad. Why not? All right, question number 4. Telling the true story of a tragic New Year's Day killing, the low-budget film Fruitvale Station marked the beginning of what long-standing director-actor blockbuster collaboration? Was that the beginning of the collaboration between Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan, Spike Lee and Denzel Washington, Martin Scorsese and Robert De Niro, the Coen brothers, and Frances McDormand? Actually, just finally, I say finally, it only came out a couple months ago, but I was surprised that it's already on HBO. I wanted to see it in the theater, but I finally watched these two, their newest movie, Sinners. It's Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan. I liked it. I would love to get the temperature in the chat on Sinners, because I really liked it, like 90%. But I felt like the back half, the vampire half of it, was like almost rushed. It's a rare movie, in my opinion, that could have been a little longer, because I loved all the character development up front. Wouldn't really want to sacrifice that, but once the vampire part kicks in, it just kind of really there's no like breath. There's no beats. Like there's no like taking a breath moment, in my opinion. Let me know in the chat what you thought. All right, question number 5. How many cigarettes are in the title of the 1999 New Year's Eve ensemble comedy starring Christina Ricci, Paul Rudd, Courtney Love, and many others? Is that movie called 100 Cigarettes, 200 Cigarettes, 500 Cigarettes, or 1,000 Cigarettes? It's an 80s set. Although this is one of those things where the movies from 1999, it's set in like 1984 or something. So it was like 15 years back, and now that movie is 26 years old. So like it's so much further in the future than that was in the future of when it was depicting. Yeah, Dana, I'm assuming you're talking about Dana Barrett here, and the fact that she's like suddenly an art restorer. She was a cellist, and then she has a baby, and she becomes an art restorer, which is just very clearly like Aykroyd, and I guess Aykroyd and Ramis both wrote it, just being like, that's art. She's an artist. That's the same general field. So the name of this movie is 200 Cigarettes. 200 Cigarettes was the name of that movie with that big ensemble 80s period piece. All right, we got 3 questions left. Here comes question number 6. Which SNL alum wrote and directed the 2024 apocalyptic comedy Y2K, which imagined an AI revolution at midnight on January 1st, 2000? Was that Kyle Mooney, Andy Samberg, Tina Fey, or Jay Farrow? Yes, I agree with this reading of the second half of Sinners. I don't know. It felt like like this the once the horror elements kick in, it just I don't know. It felt more rushed to me. Like, and that is like I found the character very interesting, the Irish vampire and all that, but I don't know. I feel like they could have done like 15 extra minutes. Could have dug a little deeper and let it play out more. All right, this one, the SNL alum who made Y2K is Kyle Mooney. That's a Kyle Mooney movie. Another movie that starts off, but not nearly on the same level as Sinners in terms of quality, but it starts off much better than it finishes. All right, question number 7. Speaking of Millennium Mayhem, what is the name of the 1999 horror action flick where Arnold Schwarzenegger tries to avert Satan's apocalyptic plan before the ball drops on the year 2000? Is that movie called Doomsday Clock, End of Days, Last Night on Earth, or New Year's Evil? I actually saw this movie in the theaters, gang. I saw this thing. It was not great. Not a great movie. I love all the insanity in the late 90s over the over what like the coming millennium. Yes, a couple other people saw this movie in the theater, so hopefully you got this one right. You remember that it's called End of Days. End of Days. That was in that weird Arnie period, like the post Batman and Robin, like that and Collateral. Post Batman and Robin pre-Governor days, which is just this weird block of like that, The Sixth Day, Collateral Damage, just like. I think Eraser's before Batman and Robin. Eraser's good. I like Eraser. I'm pro Eraser. All right, here comes our last question of this round. Question number 8. The late Gary Marshall directed an unofficial trilogy of ensemble rom-coms set on and named after holidays. There was Valentine's Day in 2010, New Year's Eve in 2011, and what other film in 2016? Was that movie Leap Day, April Fool's Day, St. Patrick's Day, Mother's Day? What was the third Gary Marshall holiday rom-com? All right, time is just about up on that question. So he did Valentine's Day. It was a big hit. They pushed their luck with New Year's Eve, and then they pushed it a little too far when they went to Mother's Day. Mother's Day was the last one. There is, let's see, did anybody, some people put, April Fool's Day is a horror movie. Leap Day is an Amy Adams. There is a rom-com called Leap Day. But this one was Mother's Day. All right, so let's take a look at our hey, get out of here. Let's take a look at our scores and standings here after one round. We've got My Rats with 1, Stallone Loves Natasha Cloud, Looney Tunes, The Prisoners of Azkaban all with 2, Goldfish with 3, The Cheese Stands Alone with 4, Barf Bag and Helsinki Syndrome with 5, Old Men Screaming and Avis and Bobo with 6, Chris the Curator with 7, and Marley's Change, Orange Chicken Parm, and Powder from the movie Powder, A Powder Saga, all tied with 8. All right, let me take away this this banner here. Thank you for anybody who I fixed the Venmo. I didn't fix the link, but I made it more available and made myself more discoverable. So thank you to anybody who did. I appreciate it deeply. All right, so let's head on to your next. Let's go to your next choice. It's our picture round, and we're back to the Harrison Ford movies. Identifying Harrison Ford movies by, and we've done villains. We did villains last week, and we've got kids and we've got love interests. Kids and love interests is what we've got left. So whatever we don't choose today, we will play next week. That one will get, our path will be set. The multiverse is still, there are still choices and permutations to be made here tonight, but next week we'll have a Thanksgiving game, a Thanksgiving round in the first round. And whatever we don't choose here, let's see. I'm purposely not looking. I want to be surprised. It is, what's it going to be? Harrison Ford movies by love interests. Nobody wants the kids. Nobody wants those kids. But it's love interests. Okay, so let me see. Is it this one? Yes, it's this one. Okay, so it's All Ford Love. All Ford Love is your theme. And remember, if it is an Indiana Jones movie or a forget Blade Runner, but you can write Blade Runner. But if it's Indiana Jones or Star Wars, you got to be specific to get the point. Okay, got to be specific to get that. If it's Indiana Jones or Star Wars. All right, I'm going to give you guys 4 minutes to get this done, and I wish you the best of luck. Let me get out of here so you can work on this. Gang, you got about a little more than a minute and a half left. About a minute and a half left on this Harrison Ford love interest. All right, gang, I am going to start that timer. So if you haven't submitted, or you want to change anything, you got a few seconds left. All right, so that is time on that one. So you have these. Let me look these over as I'm reading them out, and then we'll reveal how you did. We've got your first one. That's Steven Spielberg's wife, Kate Capshaw, as Willie Scott in Temple of Doom. That's Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. This one, obviously, it's Carrie Fisher as Princess Leia, and that is her. She's wearing the Hoth gear from the Ice Planet. That is Empire. Empire Strikes Back is the Star Wars movie there. Number 3, that's Melanie Griffith with Harrison there in Working Girl. Number 4, that is Sean Young it's Blade Runner. Also, Blade Runner, they do like bring in like a digital version of her in 2049. That's why I'm like, either one is fine. Number 5, that's Kelly McGillis in Witness. Number 6, this one was a tough one. This one proved a little bit harder than some of the others. That is Sabrina. That's the remake of Sabrina. Number 7, it's coming back. I told you there might be some repeats, but that is What Lies Beneath. And number 8, that is 6 Days, 7 Nights. 6 Days, 7 Nights. And before we go, just for good measure, it's Harrison Ford. If I find another, I can't think of if there's we'll see. I don't know what's coming because it's the Multiplex of Madness. But if there's more, I'll fugitive you again. All right, so that brings us to our next choice portal, which is face cards. Face cards. So we've done Queen, and now we got King and Jack. It's not very telling. Like, it's no more telling than it was last week. But you might be able to reason out. You might be able to guess how my brain works after 5 years of this crap. I think we got nope. One just pulled ahead. We had a tie, and then one just, I think someone must have changed their vote because it was 5-5, and now it's 6-4. And your winner is, next week we will be doing King, because tonight we're doing Jack. Jack is the winner tonight. All right, so whoops. Hopefully you didn't see that, or you'll forget it by next week, because I I did that wrong. All right, so Jack is your question, and Jack is, what 4 movies does Jack Nicholson play a character whose name is either Jack or Jake? And here's a hint: he plays the same character in one movie and its sequel. So 2 of the movies here are interconnected. All right, so there's 4 movies where he plays Jack or Jake. What are those 4 movies? You can put them in any order. I'm going to give you about let's say 90 seconds. 90 seconds to think this one over, and good luck. All right, everybody. I'm going to start that timer in just a second. I'll give you a little extra time before I start it up. Let's do it now. You got 15 seconds. All right, let me see. Just making sure that everyone's getting their points. All right, time is up. I'm just going to make sure that everybody gets what they are owed here. Yeah. All right. I think we're good. All right. So those movies, let's see how everybody did. The one that almost everybody got is where he plays Jack Torrance. That is The Shining. Also, he plays J.J. Giddies in Chinatown and its sequel, The Two Jakes. And the one that was seemingly the toughest, only a handful of teams got it. I guess about less than half teams got it. You forgot the line, Jack is dead, my friend. You can call me Joker. It's Batman 89. He plays Jack Napier in that. So he's Jack Torrance, Jack Napier, JJ Giddies, and JJ Giddies again. All right. So that brings us to the midway point of the game. Let's take a look at our scores and standings here. As we hit that part, my Rats with 2, Prisoners of Azkaban with 2, Stallone with, did that not grade up? No, it did. Yeah, that graded up. Okay. Stallone with 3, Cheese Stands Alone and Goldfish with 4, Looney Tunes with 5, Barf Bag with 7, Helsinki Syndrome with 8, Chris the Curator and Avis and Bobo with 9, Old Men Screaming. Wait. Oh, wait. Did the points didn't? I knew something looked wrong. Hang on. Give me 1 second. I know what I did wrong. I didn't actually tally up your Harrison Ford ones. I got ahead of myself. There we go. So now you should see a difference. I was like, that seems low. Now everybody should have their points. Yes, I see that I'm getting canceled. Okay. There we go. No, I realized it because it seemed it seems like nobody's getting this right. Yes, it is classic. It is classic me. Nothing makes sense. Yep. I got you. You got me. I got you. Sorry. Let's read it off for real now. Prisoners of Azkaban with 2, My Rats with 3, Goldfish with 4, Cheese Stands Alone and Looney Tunes with 6, Stallone with 8, Barf Bag 13, Chris the Curator 14, Helsinki with 15, Old Men Screaming and Avis and Bobo with 17, Orange Chicken Parm with 18, Powder with 20, and Marley's Chains with 21. So there we go. Okay, I knew I did something wrong there, and thank you for fixing it for me. All right, so there we go. It's on to the puzzle round. Next, we have to choose our puzzle round. There we go. Oh, no, wait. It's time to, we got to see if you're going to double your points. Are you going to double your points? Where's the double? Whatever. Do you want to double your points tonight? So I don't have the image here. I don't know where the image went. But right at the halfway point, now that I have given you your points correctly, do you want to double them? You can't double again. If you're unfamiliar, you can double them once per every 3 games this season. If you've already done it, you can't do it again, and it will not affect your score tonight. It will double however much you end up with. At the end of tonight, I double it for the standings. All right, for the season standings. And now you can see what we got for, I'll talk up the mysteries, what we've got for the mysteries here. We've got, yes, there's some MSG. These are all mystery rounds for the puzzle round. So it's like a 2-layer puzzle. There's a bit of a puzzliness to each one of these. And then they are also mystery rounds on top of that. So the first 7 answers or the first 7 questions have something in common and you solve them for the 8th question. All right, so let's go ahead and have you make those choices, and remember the name. Well, the name of the category will be there when you are when you're answering. Just remember they're purposely a little opaque, but they shed a little light. They are a clue. They're a bit of a clue. All right. At least I'll say the yes, there's some MSG, not the nominee mix-up one. That one's a little more straightforward. That one doesn't really have a clue. It's full transparency. All right. So, all right, this is exciting because what we've got here, our winner this tonight is going to be yes, there is some MSG. Yes, there is some MSG. So we'll do the mixed up nominee mystery next week. And this one, this is the first ever video. This is the first ever video puzzle that I've ever done. So the way this is going to work is I'm just going to start this video. It's 4 minutes long. And I've got, it's basically another picture round, but the pictures have been completely distorted. And over the 4 minutes at varying speeds, they will start to become clear. And you just name the movies that the images are from. And then you figure out for question number 8, what ties all of those titles together. All right. So the mystery thread is in the titles. All right. So here we go. What do they have in common? Give it some time. They will come into focus and become very clear by the end. All right, everybody. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I'm going to give you the extra time there. So I was trying to fix. So what happened was, what happened with why you got locked out. I was trying to go back and find out why some people got points that they shouldn't have. It was because it was I accidentally made that one choice portal count for a point. So if you got a point, you might have a 1 point too many, and you'll see your score dip by one. And that's why. So I'm gonna adjust them and make it. I'm gonna even it out. All right. Why is that? Oh, it's gonna do something stupid again here. Hang on. It's gonna do something silly. It did. It also okay. Well, I'll figure this all out. This is a mess. This was a good idea. This was an experiment, and I somehow messed up and only gave you 7 spaces. But anyway, we're gonna figure this. We're gonna figure this out. All right. So let's reveal the answers. So it is When Harry Met Sally, The Iron Giant, The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, The Devil Wears Prada, The Net. The Lone Ranger's in there, and so is Yankee Doodle Dandy, and those all contain the names of sports teams. They all contain the names of sports teams in the New York, New Jersey area. I don't know why this did goofy stuff. I will figure out how to award points in general because something went goofy here. And let's move on, because we lost some time to that. Let's move on to our where is our last? Okay, well, let's move to our double points round, which we've got a choice to make. It's in the category of flora and fauna, and you've got healthy viewing habits and can't see the movies for the trees. Those are yeah, I know. It didn't include it. I will adjust everyone's scores accordingly. I know it got weird there. At least there's no decimals this time. Are they decimals? Are there decimals? Oh, there are. Yeah, because there are 8 answers, but why are there 8 answers and only 7 spots? Oh my God. I will read them in full. That's my penance. And I will figure this all out. This is crazy. All right. So let's see what got chosen. What? What? No. There we go. What got chosen? It can't see the movies for the trees. All right. So this one is going to be all questions that have it's kind of a hodgepodge of trivia, movie trivia with trees in the trees in the names of the questions. All right. And you'll see what I mean. So if you haven't played this before, I've got each question. There's 8 questions. They have 2 correct answers, each worth a point. But there's also a fake answer in there, which if you pick it, wipes you out to 0. Okay, so don't pick that one. You can also you don't have to make 2 choices. You can pick just one if you know it and bank your points and forget about it. All right, so here comes your first question. All 3 actors who played the villains in Chris Pine's Star Trek movies have also played Marvel heroes. Which of those roles were as part of the MCU? Was that your options are Doctor Strange, Heimdall, and the Incredible Hulk. So every one of them every villain in a Chris Pine Star Trek movie has been one of these Marvel characters. But which two of those were part of the MCU? Don't pick the one that was before the MCU. All right. So the actors here, you've got Benedict Cumberbatch, played Doctor Strange. Idris Elba was in the third Star Trek movie as Heimdall. Those are part of the MCU. But Eric Bana was before the MCU in The Incredible Hulk. All right. Question number 2. What two actors have played Freddy Krueger in the original Nightmare on Elm Street series and its 2010 remake? Your options are Robert Englund, Brad Dourif, and Jackie Earle Haley. All right. So the two actors, one of them was the odd one out here, voiced Chucky, and that is Brad Dourif. Brad Dourif is not one of the Freddys. The main Freddy is Robert Englund, and Jackie Earle Haley took over for him in the 2010 remake, which sucked, but he was good. All right, question number 3. The protagonists of the Pokemon and Evil Dead series are both named Ash. What are their last names? Your options are Trapper, Williams, and Ketchum. What are the last names of those Ashes? All right, so those Ashes, they are Ash Williams and Ash Ketchum. Ash Williams and Ash Ketchum are your two Ashes here. All right, question number 4. When Harry and Lloyd, this did it wrong. Okay, well, you'll get the easier question here, and I'll remove this one. I thought I made this was too. Okay, no. Okay, I'm batting 1,000 here tonight. Don't ignore the question in the text. Read the question here because the answers match it. When Harry and Lloyd finally reach Aspen, Colorado, and Dumb and Dumber, they attend a fancy party wearing scorchingly loud tuxedos in what 2 colors? So I initially wrote it a different way, and it got answer their tuxedos. Answer the tuxedos question. Electric orange, powder blue, neon green. This is the multiverse where everything goes wrong. This is the universe where everything, the Murphy's Law one, where all the little cracks that I forgot to check all come together at once. This is the darkest timeline. This is the worst case scenario here. Just too bad, because I feel like the game is going pretty well otherwise. All right. So the answer here, the color tuxedos that Harry and Lloyd wear, they wear electric orange and powder blue. Electric orange and powder blue are your answers. All right. Question number 5, not counting his 5 Terminator appearances where he's technically playing different characters. We got Arnold again. What are the only 2 franchises in which the Austrian Oak has reprised his original role? Your options are Conan the Barbarian, The Expendables, and Predator. Not counting Terminator, what are the only 2 movie series where Arnold has come back as the actual same character? Because I don't think he's ever the same Terminator, right? He's always a different Terminator. All righty. So your answers here. He never came back to the Predator, at least not yet. They haven't lured him back yet. He shows up, I think, in every Expendables movie, and he did 2 Conan movies. All right. Question number 6. Which 2 of these Best Picture nominees or winners of the 2020s were made by Apple TV Plus? Your options are Coda, Don't Look Up, Killers of the Flower Moon. Which 2 of those were made by Apple TV Plus? Got theatrical releases, all of them. Obviously, they have to be. Oh, and thank you to Breckles for coming through. Not catching TMQ at its best, but you are catching it at its most TMQ, because it is it is probably it's not always smooth, but it's always fun. That should be that's the poll quote, I'd say. All right, it's Coda and Killers of the Flower Moon. Coda and Killers of the Flower Moon are your answers. Don't Look Up was a Netflix movie. All right, we got 2 questions left before we hit the post-credits blitz. Question number 7. Paul Thomas Anderson likes to cast the same actors over multiple films, but which 2 of the following only worked with PTA on Magnolia? Your options are Tom Cruise, Jason Robards, and William H. Macy. Who are the only... which 2 of them were only in Magnolia? And they were all in Magnolia, but which 2 were only in Magnolia and no other Paul Thomas Anderson movie? All right. So, all right, nobody got this wrong. You remembered that William H. Macy he was at least in Boogie Nights. I can't remember if he was anything else, but Tom Cruise and Jason Robards only in Magnolia. All right, and your last question of this round before we hit the home stretch here. After making his film debut in Return of the Jedi, Warwick Davis has kept up his relationship with Lucasfilm, starring in Willow. There's your tree. Willow's TV sequel, and cameoing in every subsequent Star Wars film except for which 2 of the prequels? He's been in all of the Disney ones, including Solo and the Solo and what's the other spin-off one? Rogue One. He's in those. But which 2 prequels was Warwick Davis not in? Your options, of course, are Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, and Revenge of the Sith. He was in one of the prequels. That one will be the incorrect answer. All right. So he's in one of these movies. He's actually in it a lot. He's in it like 3 separate times. He's in it as like a little Greedo, talking about McClunky. I don't think he's actually Greedo, but he's like the Rodian. whatever the El Grito is called. But he shows up himself without a mask at the pod race. He is in Phantom Menace, but he is not in Attack of the Clones or Revenge of the Sith. All right, so that's the end of the double points round. Let's take a look at our crazy. Oh my god, this is my first. This is my first real look at these. Holy shit. Okay, I will because I messed it up. I will because I messed this up. I will read all of these numbers out. These are our scores going into the final round. Got my rats with 3, Goldfish with 4, Cheese Stands Alone with 6, Luna Tunes with 16.4285714285714, Stallone with 19.4285714285714, Barfbag with 26.4285714285714, Chris the Curator with 31.57142857142886, Old Men Screaming with 32.8571428571429, Avis and Bobo with 36.7142857142857, the Helsinki Syndrome with 37.8571428571429, Orange Chicken Parm with 39.7142857142857, Powder from the movie Powder with 41, and Marley's Chains with 42.7142857142857. I'm going to have to do it again after this round, aren't I? But those won't be the final scores. I will show you what these are. I'll post these, and then I'll actually fix it and amend it. Because God forbid if you got to double this, if you doubled your points tonight. All right, so let's see. What do I want to do as far as what have I got? All right, let's see what we've got. Let's go with whatever this one is. I don't even know. But this is going to be our first post credits blitz question. So we talked about holidays. We're going to talk about Easter a little bit. This is the Easter Parade of Carnage. So you can answer the easier question for 1 point, or you can go for the harder one for 2. All right, number 1 for 1 point. Name the actor who plays the titular crucified Messiah in The Passion of the Christ. Or for 2 points, name the actor who plays the titular crucified not Messiah in Monty Python's The Life of Brian. So you don't have to answer both. Just answer one. Who played Jesus in The Passion of the Christ, and who played Brian in Life of Brian? That's worth 2. All righty then. Time is just about up for this one. All right. So your answers for 1 point, you could have said Jim Caviezel or Graham Chapman. Had a couple guesses for couple of different Monty Python members, but it was Graham Chapman who played him. All right. So let's see. What should we do next? Not that one, but let's do this one. All right. I think we talked about Marvel before, so we'll do this. We'll do Marvel here. This one's about Zach Cherry from Severance. So we had the trees question. So this builds off of Marvel and our trees. Name the first MCU movie in which Severance actor Zach Cherry cameos as a vlogger named Clev, encouraging the main character to do a flip in Queens, New York. Or for 2 points, name the second MCU movie in which Severance actor Zach Cherry cameos as a vlogger named Clev, live streaming a battle on a public bus in San Francisco, California. So yeah, I think it was a retcon. I don't think it was supposed to. I don't think it was designed for him to be the same character. But they liked when he tells Spider-Man to do a flip in Spider-Man: Homecoming, and the other one is Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. If you just put Homecoming or you put Shang-Chi, just Shang-Chi, that's fine. You got the point, or the 2 points for Shang-Chi. All right, and our last Blitz pairing of tonight. What have I got for you? Let's do Harrison. Let's do Harrison Ford versus IRA, which was supposed to sound like Ford versus Ferrari, but Ford versus the IRA. So name the American actor. Looking for the actors on both of these. Name the American actor who plays IRA operative Rory Devaney, who goes up against Harrison Ford in The Devil's Own. Or for 2 points, name the English actor who plays IRA operative Sean Miller, who goes up against Harrison Ford in Patriot Games. Make myself smaller so you can read that. Maybe the 2-pointer was too easy. People are flooding in. So yeah, there's two different Harrison Ford IRA movies. Maybe The Devil's Own was the harder one. Yeah, I'm choosing these. All right, so actually, anyone who submitted got the 2-pointer. I guess maybe I should have inverted them. That happens sometimes. I misjudge which is the harder one. What I put for 2 points was Sean Bean. Sean Bean is in Patriot Games, and it's Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt is in The Devil's Own. All right, so that is the end of the game. This was a wonky one at times. But we made it. I'll fix all the scores. I'll fix I'll adjust for like the 1 point came through. Also, I will go by the honor system. For the mystery one, I know some people said I'll go back and check the chat, but I trust all of you. I know that you're honest. We all trust each other. We've all been through a lot together. So if you put in the chat, if you didn't put it in there, let me know if you got the mystery round correct about the mystery question about the New York, New Jersey sports teams. And then I can adjust. I will believe you, and I will take you at your word. And because I know a couple teams already put that, so I will believe you. In the meantime, before I fix everything, let's read our jacked up goofy scores one last time. All right, we've got Looney Tunes with, and if you have to tune out and go to bed, that's fine. Looney Tunes with 18.42, 857, 142, 857, 14. Stallone with 19.42, 857, 142, 857, 14. Barf Bag with 28.42, 857, 142, 857, 14. There's a pattern there. Did I read Barf Bag? Yeah. Kristen Curator with 31.57, 142, 857, 14286. Old Man Screaming with 36.857, 142, 857, 1429. Avis and Bobo with 41.7, 142, 857, 142, Marley's Chains with 43.741. 7142 857 142 857. Helsinki Syndrome with 43.857 142 857 1429. Orange Chicken Parm, welcome to the game. Very strong showing for your first time here. Thank you for coming. You ended up for the moment with 45.7142 857 142 857. And Powder from the movie Powder, currently for the time being your winner with a nice even 47. All right, gang. So thank you so much for sticking around. Sorry it got stupid, but it's also fun. I will fix everything to the best of my abilities, and I will actually proofread. I'll actually proofread next week to make sure that we Everything is square. All right. So have a great week, everybody. Next week will be the finale of this section of the of season 13 before we take 1 week off, and we'll be back. So we'll do next week on the 23rd, no show on the 30th, and then be back on the 6th for part 3 of season 13. All right. So have a great one, everybody. I will see you next week for the finale of Multiplex of Madness. McClunky.